Welcome to Legends of All Time. Today, we meet a teenage girl who changed the fate of a nation. Her name is Joan of Arc. She was a peasant from France who became a warrior, leader, and saint. At 17, she commanded armies and turned the tide of a 100-year war. Picture France in the early 1400s. The country bleeds from endless battles. English armies control the north and much of the heartland. The French king sits weak in southern lands, mocked as a pretender. Castles burn, villages starve, people lose hope. Into this mess steps a girl from a tiny village called Domremy. Joan grows up in a simple home. She tends sheep, sews clothes, helps her family. No books, no soldiers, just prayers and fields. Then voices start. She hears saints speaking, Saint Michael first, then Saint Catherine and Saint Margaret. They tell her, save France, crown the true king, drive out the English. A 13-year-old girl gets a mission bigger than armies. She does not ignore it. Joan cuts her hair short, dresses in men's clothes, and walks 250 miles to find the captain of a French garrison. Guards laugh at first, but she stares them down. Her eyes burn with certainty. She predicts future battles correctly. Word spreads. Charles, the weak French heir, finally agrees to see her. In Chinon Castle, she faces him. Charles hides among his courtiers to test her. Joan walks straight to him. "You are Charles," she says. No one told her his face. She kneels, promises victory, demands soldiers, armor, a horse. Charles hesitates. His advisors whisper doubts, but Joan passes secret tests. Priests question her faith. Nobles check her claims. She wins them over. Now armed and ready, Joan rides to Orleans. The city sits trapped by English forces. Siege drags for months. French troops huddle inside, hopeless. Joan arrives on April 29, 1429, white banner in hand. She wears shining armor. Soldiers cheer. The girl they call the Maid of Orleans lifts spirits like a spark in dry grass. Her first order shocks everyone. Attack. Not wait, not retreat. Charge the English forts around the city. Joan leads the way. Arrows fly, stones crash. French knights follow her banner. They take the first fort fast, then another. English panic. Their commanders call her a witch. Joan fights beside her men. A stone hits her helmet. Blood flows. She stands up, keeps going. In 5 days, Orleans is free. Joan loses only 12 men. English abandon massive camps. They flee across the Loire River. France explodes in joy. Songs spread. Miracles are claimed. Joan becomes a living legend. Banners show her fighting demons. Peasants pray to her statue. She does not stop. Joan pushes south. With a small army, she clears the Loire Valley. Towns surrender without a fight. Her reputation does the work. English soldiers mutter about her voices. French deserters rejoin her ranks. At Jargeau, she storms walls, catches the English commander. At Patay, her cavalry crushes a larger enemy force. Traps sprung, leaders killed. Joan turns scattered French bands into a winning army. The road leads to Reims. There, the real king must be crowned. English hold the path. Joan fights through. Bridges burn behind her. Armies clash at Troyes and Chalon. Cities open gates. Crowds cheer her. Charles rides beside her now, protected by the girl who saved his claim. July 17, 1429, Reims Cathedral, bells ring. Charles kneels. Joan stands nearby in armor, banner raised. The archbishop pours oil, crowns him King Charles VII. Cheers shake the stones. France has a king again. Joan weeps. Her voices are fulfilled. A peasant girl made a king. But victory brings enemies. French nobles resent her. She is no lady of rank. Charles grows distant. He wants peace talks. Joan wants total war. English regroup in the north. Burgundy, their ally, plots. Joan feels betrayed. Her mission is not done. She returns to fight. At Compiègne in 1430, her luck turns. During a raid, her small force gets cut off. Burgundian soldiers capture her. Joan fights like a lion, wounds her captor, but numbers win. Chains bind her wrists. She goes to enemy hands. King Charles does nothing. No rescue, no ransom. Joan sits in Rouen prison. English pay her captors. They want her dead, not just beaten. Trial begins. Bishops and lawyers accuse her. Witchcraft, heresy. dressing as a man, voices from devils. Joan defends herself, sharp answers, deep faith. She admits hearing saints, claims God's work. Judges twist her words. Crowds outside shout for her freedom, but power decides. On May 30th, 1431, they lead her to the stake. 19 years old, armor gone, head shaved. Flames rise. She calls Jesus' name. Smoke hides her. France loses its spark. Charles later regrets it. His own court clears Joan's name in 1456. Trial exposed as fraud. Witnesses lied. Judges bribed. Pope makes her a saint in 1920. But her real power lives in the moment. She woke a sleeping nation, gave it heart when all seemed lost. Joan changed war itself. Armies followed a banner, not just gold. Faith drove steel. Her victories broke English will. 100-Year War dragged on, but France never forgot. Charles VII grew stronger, expelled the invaders by 1453. Joan planted the seed. Think of her riding into Orleans. White armor gleams, banner waves with Jesus and lilies. Men roar, English tremble. One girl on horseback shifts empires. No sword skill alone did it, belief did. Her belief spread like fire. She faced kings, spoke to God, burned at the stake. Peasant to commander to martyr. France calls her the Maid of Orleans, national heroine. Her story fuels books, films, statues. Why? Because impossible dreams sometimes win. This was Joan of Arc, commander in the 100-Year War, savior of France, a girl who heard voices, led armies, and crowned a king. Her fire still burns in every tale of courage against odds. If you enjoyed this story, put a like, subscribe to the channel, and check out other videos here on Legends of All Time.